excited to get back to List of Twin. This is kind of what I was looking at with the deck for a while after I just needed to take a little break and refresh with a little brewing. But long story short, our main game plan is to try to set up a lot of value. We're really not looking to try to establish this super quick, efficient game plan where, we're trying to tempo them out, get under them, the old Splinter Twin, remand you to death, then twin you kind of game plan. Instead, we're trying to be really low to the ground, very interactive, and we've got a lot of card advantage packed along with Tamiyo, Snapcaster, Thundercrap Trainer, Expressive Iteration, and Flame of Anor. We can back that up by Flare Denial. We got a couple spell snares in here. I really haven't liked how traditional counterspell has felt in Modern for a while, so I want to see just how packing a couple snares and flares feels. And so our general game plan is we're going to try to play this role of a very efficient, interactive deck early on. We're going to gain some value with a lot of our key cards, and build towards a combo finish of Exarch and Twin when we get some shields down, or we set up Flare Denial with a blue creature, or we can always beat them down with Murktide Regent. So with that all said, let's hop in. Let's play some Splinter Twin. One thing I'm a little excited to try out in this build is I actually cut Ragavans, which I do like Ragavan, but I feel like it does lead you to a little bit of awkward game states early on. So I'm kind of going to miss the monkey this time around, but I'm excited to try something out alternatively. So, alright, first up, hand looks great. Let's do this thing. We don't have any spells. We can use another land or something, but I don't know. I'm never going to pass down turn 1 Tamiyo, turn 2 Thunder Trap. I just think that sets you up into such a nice position early on. Oh. Do we have the mirror? Oh, do we have a twin mirror? I actually really would have liked that Tamiyo to live too. Oh, that actually saves us greatly to just know that we're hitting a land drop. There was a previous draft I was actually considering like running Augur of Bolas with a bunch of these kinds of flip lands, but I don't know. It seems like there's some potential in there. It feels really good when that thing can get a land. Oh, we've been frogged. Okay, so this isn't good. This is not a good matchup for us. We are not looking to play against much frog this matchup. They're just more efficient than us. It's just not the kind of matchup where our deck does good typically. It's a matchup where the deck has really historically never done good. That we are just very soft to this kind of deck that is hyper efficient, that gets early threats in, but is also good at playing to the long game. These are just kind of historically always been Twins' worst matchups is these kinds of decks. We've lost badly against what was it called historically? Like Grixis Delver when Twin was first a thing. Then when I was playing a lot of Kiki decks, I was getting shredded by things like Death Shadow all the time. And so it's kind of just a good recipe for. Well, land would have been absolutely wonderful there, but no luck. Let's just go in for a little Deceiver Beats, I suppose. Um, yeah, so whatever we were previously playing against a lot of decks like these kinds of archetypes that are just very hyper efficient and very good at trading resources with us. It's just usually such a bad spot for us to be in. It usually just means we're in some trouble. I'm gonna ditch the Thunder Trap here. I might flash in a Snapcaster just as insurance for whatever comes next. As far as, setting up, if we can set up Snap Flare if we hit our land drop. So let's see. No go. Yeah, we're starting to get to the scary part of the game, I think. Uh, okay. Murktide's pretty good. Alright. Maybe you're in better shape than we think. Uh, I'm gonna go ahead and chip shot him here. I don't think I could just sit back and keep worrying about this frog like crazy. I think our main game plan is we're gonna try to pick a fight in some way, end a turn. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is not what we want to play against. We are trying to expose decks exactly that are not willing to interact with us on a hyper efficient basis, and that's exactly what our opponent's doing. So hopefully they get like real greedy or something, and I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We got a small window that's going to close pretty quick for us here. Uh, Derek Falls. Yeah, we'll hold on to the land. We already need it. Alright. So, general hope is we're going to go for this thing. It's not going to get any better. Post board, we can really pivot, but let's see. Who knows? Oh, we've been twinned by the twin. So general rule is that they're going to do this. They're going to try to tap us, tap down our Deceiver Exarch, let the Splinter Twin resolve. On their turn, they're going to go for a twin, which will ultimately kill us. This is like game one twin mirror end game from like 10 years ago. So I think we actually do want to just kill the Deceiver because it's so hard for them to answer our twin otherwise. They really need like flare denial at this point. So let's just see if we can twin them. I mean, not flare denial. Like flare denial, force negation gets them out of this, but yeah, let's see where we go here. It's weird getting the. It's just funny that we're probably like the only two people playing Twin in this stream right now. Uh, anyway, yeah, I feel like this is kind of a tough situation for them to beat. But if they do, we have effectively lost this game of Magic. Hey, we got there! Little Splinter Twin to win on the first game. Now, I really don't want to be trying to twin them in this. I think they're more efficient with their access to black. They can blow us out with Fatal Push. Frog is an absolute nuisance for us. So I think we're actually going to try to pivot to a little bit of like a disruptive game plan and see if we can try to really kind of effectively get under them. And hopefully Blood Moon them, punish them for that color splash into Grixis. And yeah, let's see where this goes. Something like this. I'm gonna just trim on a flare. Not as important post board, and because we know they're pretty good with removal and interaction, it's a little bit less likely that our creatures will stick. So we're gonna pivot off the combo. We're gonna attack the graveyard hard. We're gonna still try to play an efficient game plan, back things up, win with like Murktide, Brazen Borrower type beats, and yeah, let's see how this goes. Do not think I can keep that hand. I think it's just a bunch of a little too much junk. Let's see what opponent did. Opponent kept. The spell snares are really nice, but I have no idea what I'm supposed to do with 3 Tamiyos in this matchup. Especially if I'm trying to hold up snare. I just think this hand's rough. Let's go. Let's do it again. Okay, this is better. Um, not loving anything here. We'll just ditch the Unholy Heat. It's not going to kill a frog if he plays it on turn two anyway. So wish I had that spell snare from the last hand though. Frog is not a good card for the Izzet mages to interact with. It is not what we are meant to beat in a lot of ways. It's kind of like, again, if we look back at the old demons of Twin, we have things like Tarmogoyf. The Jun used to just slam, and it's like, oh, you better have your spell snare, or you're dead. And I think Frog kind of is the successor in a lot of ways. So we'll scry. I'm only rocking one Thunder and Falls. I really don't like getting too bogged down with that effect when you start drawing tap lands. Um, uh, Although I would like a second one this game. I'm going to play this, and we're going to just get a Soul Guide Lantern down, and this will hopefully look like a Spell Snare or something, and just slow our opponent down a little bit. But we've got a little bit of a better hedge against their Snapcasters now. Things like, what's it called? If they want to discard the Frog, they probably play some degree of Murktide Regents and other things that are very good against us. And if we can keep their yard a little bit under wraps, that would be good. I do want to mention I don't really love Soul Guide Lantern. Specifically because a lot of what I just described it doesn't work too good at. It's kind of a one-shot deal a lot of the time. It often just doesn't feel as efficient or powerful as something like, oh, there's that snare we were bluffing. Um, it often doesn't feel as like efficient or as powerful as we need. I switched to Soul Guide Lanterns during the time when literally everybody was playing Faithless Looting, like back when it first got unbanned. We're gonna Flusterstorm this if this is like something funky. Uh, uh, we actually have no game plan to that. If he just slams Splinter Twin here to like all this open mana and we die, I will be pretty impressed. Sure. That's weird. Yeah, so we hope he doesn't twin us here, and he's not going to. Okay, good. Interesting that he chose to keep the combo in, because I would think that his list has more non-combo-y threats post-board than ours does. And yeah, I'm just a little surprised at that. Now, if we could draw like a Blood Mood and Flusterstorm protect it, that would. Yes! Alright, let's see if we can get this here. This could be really good. Aside from the fact that we'll actually fix them for twin mana. Oh, let me do this right. Uh, Alright, let's go for that mood. It'd be really ironic if this frees him up for twin and he gets us, but any other way, I think we're in pretty good shape here. We will Flusterstorm. All right. All right. So let's hope very much that we didn't just give him his second red for Splinter Twin and he just twins us and we die. Um, Any other case, we should be in good shape here. But man, that is not a good situation. But you know, sometimes you just got to go for it. He does not have the twin. He can't cast much of anything now, and I think we're in pretty good shape. But I don't like having the Exarch on the board. I'm gonna try to just clear that window off because, oh my god. Oh wow. Okay. All right. Sam, yeah, I did cut the combo entirely. I basically ditched the combo and brought in Soul Guide Lanterns, Flusterstorms, and some Brazen Borrowers. Yeah, I mean, that is in fact a Kolaghan's command, and we'll just let it happen. We're going to sack it, ditch his graveyard, since that's basically the choice that's been presented with us. And so from here, the only thing we have to worry about is going to be him jamming a twin. If he top decks an island, it's going to be scary, but otherwise, I think we're okay. So let's see what Wonder's Expressive Iteration holds for us right now. Okay, I would like both of these. I'm going to keep the Flare, bottom the mountain, and play this Brazen Bar. I'm just going to bounce this now so that he can't cast this thing again. Alright. Well, if we don't get Kolaghan's commanded again, we should be in good shape. Alright, got there. 1-0. I know. I was thinking, on Spike Stream, he has this whole thing of just call Kozilek's command, K command now because nobody's cast a Kolaghan's command in modern in years. But I guess the dream still lives on in some degree. All right. Oh, hey Sam. Yeah, I liked talking to you the other day. I'm really glad you enjoyed that deck. I loved playing that. So, yeah. It's hopefully we can scratch the same itch. If not, I will play some Brideborn Cutthroats at some point in time. I'm not against that because I kind of love the idea that you have a lot more zero mana spells since when we did Cutthroat Kiki. Something like oh, that Tamiyo's gonna die. Something like what's it called? The subtlety, flare denial. Those kinds of spells are like insane with Cutthroat. That's the kind of stuff I would have loved to have back then when the deck was actually good. So, all right. I'm a big like Shockland Slammer. Oh my god, I did not mean to do that. I'm sorry, guys. That was totally supposed to be the Thunder Trap. Yeah. All right. That was totally meant to be the Thunder Trap trader. Sorry about that. Ugh. That was not good. You got to learn how different streaming is versus playing normally. You're talking about cards, you're thinking about cards, you really slip up sometimes. Wow, that was terrible. Oh, he's like an affinity deck, which, you know. Oh, no good. No, I mean, it's all good. I got to get used to it. So, yeah, no, I appreciate it. I'll make some mistake like that almost every time I play Magic Online. So I've just got to get a little better at that. Here's our Thunder Trap that we meant to cast initially. Weird mix of cards. I don't know if Spellsnare is going to do anything against them. I think they're like Affinity on a pretty slow hand. Uh, I think I'm pretty happy to just take the Expressive Iteration here and hope the next turn we can really set some things up. And now we get to attack with our Snapcaster. Check that out. That's way better than if I could have snapped something back. Yeah, I meant to do that. Get that 10 turn clock down a little bit quicker. Totally intentional for that sorcery speed Snapcaster Mage. I think I have meltdowns in the sideboard still. I do. So that's cool. Um, yeah, if this is just a traditional, I think this deck I played a couple weeks ago and it was pretty awesome. This really all-in style of Affinity, where it's like uh, much more disruptive and slow than what you'd typically expect, but is just also very good at being more efficient and like playing an absolute ton of counter spells. So that's one thing to keep in mind, especially the way they did this right now. Oh wait, never mind, they're going all in. Okay, I was thinking they were setting up a metallic rebuke because that's real popular with this deck. Ooh, flame door. Okay, all right, all right. Yeah, so there's the Mox Amber. I'm almost positive that's the list that he's on. So it is possible he does have Force of Negation. Um, so we're going to try to not die. I'd really like to either see a Deceiver or a Flame of Anor at this point. And that's neither. We'll do the iteration because I can unholy heat this if no, I can't, but we're going to do the iteration because we got nothing else going on. There's the flame. There's a land and a thunder trap trader. Okay, so we'll play the thunder trap. Flare denial would be nice here. We're drawing a lot of expressives in a matchup uh, where it doesn't really matter. Bolt's not going to do anything either, so we'll take the expressive because maybe it draws us into an Exarch next turn. He already has the Shadow Spear, so I'm pretty committed to just attacking in. They're not going to do anything good anyway, those cards at this point. All right. Uh, he's going to Swiftfoot Boots up one of those guys. Maybe he's got enough mana to put it on the other one. No, really surprised to not see a Lava Throw Boots there. I don't know why any Affinity player sometimes doesn't cut them, so it doesn't play them. But yeah, at this point, okay. I really think Shadow Spear was a little bit better for our friend there, but I don't know. We'll just block in. We really would love to draw an Exarch. Especially an Exarch that could let us untap a land and set up a Flame of Anor. Uh, Alright, well, I'm going to be greedy. I really want an Exarch to just close this out. There he is. Okay, so we'll put the Deceiver Exarch in hand. We'll bottom this. We'll take the land. Okay, this puts us, I think, in a pretty good spot. Uh, one of these he's going to hit something to. Now, this is the big question of like, is he playing the version of Affinity that is better at playing counter spells, or is he like the more traditional aggressive Affinity build that's going to be doing things like, okay, we really want him to make a construct here. That would be like just the best thing is if he's using up all his mana and just kind of creating more of these things on the board that we can tap down and clunk up and blow up with Flame of Anor. Uh, I think this is pretty all right. That's a good side. So it'll be even better side if he goes all in, hitches a hitches a Shadow Spear to one of these guys. Again, really surprised to see him getting all these baubles and not something like more mana. Um, yeah, I just don't care about this stuff. I think the only thing. So Tamiyo actually does break up my combo here, because she'll make the all my creatures get -1/-1, and because he's big on this, we have a really nice 2-for-1 right here, and I think we take it. We're gonna shoot the Tamiyo, pop an artifact. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Uh, do we want to draw cards? I guess we don't. I guess that's like pretty greedy. Uh, 5 down to 2 cards, destroy target artifact. Yeah, these things are going to be a nuisance if we don't respect them, and we have everything we need to win the game. And all right, so I think he is going to hitch a Shadow Spear to this guy. We will take the damage. It's going to be a lot. Um, and we know for a fact we can just Deceiver Exarch, tap that guy down, or even bounce it with a Sync to the Stupor next turn and still have what we need to win. So I'm just scared that he's got counter magic. I mean, this is one of the examples. Like, I brew Affinity, and I absolutely hate sometimes, like, oh, I gotta make room for my Metallic Rebukes. I want to play more counter magic. But I mean, I don't want to play counter magic. I want to play like more artifact spells and stuff. That's a good magic card. Uh, Okay, we're in really good shape now, I think. As long as he's not, like I said, got 18 counter spells in hand and he's ready to just totally rock us if we want to interact with him at all. I think we're going to twin this guy. I don't really care about that. More concerned about that, but also don't care about that. I think he's pretty clearly, if he's playing. All right, portable hole. Again, just not worried about that. Um, we can beat a rebuke. Hmm. So here we go. He's going to draw a lot of cards. We don't have any reason to believe he's got Flare Denial. I think he would have gotten more disruptive at this point. I think he's holding up Metallic Rebuke like right now. Um, and we're just gonna. He's gonna draw a lot of cards. If he's got to force a negation at some point, I mean, I think we're cooked. But um, I think I would much rather use the Thunder Trap Trainer to protect that, protect the. No, enjoy your cards, friend. Oh, okay. I was like, I don't know why he conceded there, but I just realized he has he misresbobbled me, and so he knows I have the twin, so he knows it's lights out. So we're bringing these meltdowns. Hmm. I kind of like Blood Moon. Like, I don't know. I kind of like Blood Moon. I'm gonna trim the combo, not cut it, but I like just being a little more efficient. Brazen Borrowers are actually like fine. Um, I feel like one of the only ways we lose is if Urza Saga just goes unchecked. So I do think we need some moons. Um, I don't think I need this much like raw kind of card advantage stuff, and the flares aren't insanely exciting to me. I don't even know if they have any good 2 mana spells, so let's just ditch those first. We'll bring in Consigns. Hopefully get something or another. I don't even know how good Consign is against their build. Let's just do a little bit of a split here. We can play up to this a little bit better. I feel like he's going to bring Pithing Needles and stuff in, so I want to go a little bit less all in on the twin combo. That is an unkeepable hand, but that's okay. We'll get a little aggressive trying to hit Meltdown or something anyway. Oh yeah, I used to love doing like remand. Wait, oh, you cast a Snapcaster Mage? Well, don't worry, I'll wait until you remand your Lightning Bolt. Until you cast Lightning Bolt to remand it. Like that's some peak magic. Okay, this hand is fine-ish. Um, hmm. I think turn one Tamiyo I need. I think it's kind of greedy to bottom a land. I think if we could get to turn three, we could just start flaming him. We're really good, but I'm gonna be greedy and put a land back. I just think this represents like our whole game plan, and it's exactly what we want to be doing in this matchup. And hopefully, we'll hit another land along the way. All right, as per Sentinel, they actually are super annoying. But they're also like super low impact, like as a card themselves. So good, we did get our land. I'm gonna just get our mountain right now because we know we're gonna be curving out, and I would also really like it if we could still Blood Moon them. So with this Thunder Trap Trader, I'm hoping it either grabs us to Blood Moon and they're going into like an Urza Saga mode right about now. um, uh, okay, we got the moon. I mean, they went really deep on a very specific type here. Um, like they're kind of locked down in a very specific way. Let's start with a little bit of thunder trapping. Oh, third flame of Anor. All right. Well, if they don't get under us this game, I think we're in pretty good shape because there's no reason why we should lose this game if we're able to just 2-for-1 them every turn from here on out. Although I gotta be honest, I want to Blood Moon them so bad. Like with this setup right here, I'm just dying to make it so that they just can't do anything. But I don't think it's wise. I think we want to start flaming. I think this is also a point where we have to be really careful because this is like, what are you doing with all this mana, buddy? Like, why are you not like tapping out in any discernible way? Um, I feel like the game plan they're trying to play we're better at, but we'll see. Uh, all right, maybe should have popped that, but that's okay. Um, I think I'm gonna wait end a turn, pick a fight with him. Oh, oh. All right. Let's sure target artifact, fire dodge. Blow this artifact up, blow this creature up. This will probably be a metallic rebuke, and we're just gonna have to play the game from this point. Yeah. Okay. Uh, this ain't good. The Sentinels are really rough. I think we just have to boot him this turn. It doesn't really sound great because they get to draw two off of it, but I don't know what else we're doing. You know, honestly, like we're not in a great shot. We're not in a great spot. We can't pressure the Tamiyo because all our creatures are the smallest little things ever. And I think we just need to hope that the moon locks him out of his counter magic, and we can start cleaning the mess up from there. Oh, yeah, I think this is a game that's safe to move on from. But yeah, because he can return this. I'm gonna just scoop and move on. I think he got way under us this game. Um, Consigned to Memory seemed less exciting. I'd like a couple Flusterstorms knowing that he's gonna be doing stuff like that. Yes, I would like to keep this hand. Oh, Poet Mulligan Heavying. That's what we like. I mean, a fair game's good and all, but when you get blown out by Esther, yeah, we lost game two. I scooped a little bit early, but we had fallen behind pretty significantly, and they had Tabio out. I just didn't really see a path forward for that one. Um, all right, cool. Let's see what Meltdown does into this matchup. We should be pretty in pretty good shape from here on out. They mulled to five. They're such a critical mass deck that that you know them running out of mana and resources so early on is just not at all where they want to be. So I think we'll be okay. We've got Meltdown for their things. We've got Flusterstorm for when they inevitably try to protect their things. And then he goes, oh, okay. I was gonna say, and then I'm gonna be all confident, and then he's gonna play turn one Tamiyo that we have nothing for, and I'll lose all confidence. Yeah, I'll keep this Thunder Trap. All right. Bolt's cool. We'll take that. All right. This is the big question. Do they name Deceiver Exarch or Splitter Twin? Okay, correctly named. We're gonna meltdown now. You could be greedy and wait for a bigger window with meltdown sometimes, but uh, well, the only thing about this is we want to hold up Flusterstorm, and we really don't want to give him any more cards. Um, hmm. I think I'm willing to be greedy here. I'm not going to say it's the right play, but I'm very tempted by this prospect of being able to ambush Viper this, and it's not like he's got Mox Opals or something out where they're actually accelerating him. They're just cards that stop me from doing my thing. He's going to go for a Thoughtcast here. Uh, I think I'm okay to Flusterstorm this. If he fights back, it's his only counterspell. Oh, forgot about this stupid thing. Yeah, that was my bad. Forgot about the Esper Sentinel. Um, yeah, I like how that's not what I wanted to do at all. That didn't feel good. All right. I feel like this game just went in another direction. I think we're still in great shape, but I think we really don't want to go for meltdown and lose a counterspell battle. Heavy on the needles. Is he going to need Pestermite for this one? Yes. All right. Okay, so he still just has one card in hand, which entirely could be a Metallic Rebuke. I think as long as I don't let him draw any more magic cards, we're in good shape. But I'd also like some type of counter magic would be amazing. Let's see what Thunder Trap can do for us. Being a little greedy with the mana tapping, but I don't know. I feel like as long as we can just cast our spells, we're probably in the clear. Play another land. I would bolt this. I'm tired of stumbling around it. So now we're actually at a point where we don't even need the meltdown yet, and we can just wait and see what he does. I think we're like really in the driver's seat here. We're assuming he has one counter spell that would trip us up, but again, we don't even need to care about it really. We'll pick a fight healer. We're just going to go for some value. Draw 2 cards, destroy this artifact. They force a negation it. The question is, do they have another? It has to be a metallic rebuke at this point, and we can play around it. So let's just pop his whole board. Oh, that's a rare Thunder Trap miss, honestly. We'll just beat down with our little anemic threats. Nice top deck. Let's go, opponent. Let's get a basic here. I'm still not off the idea of booting him. Look at that. This is Splinter Twin. It's not about jamming the Deceiver Exarch on turn 3 and then you slap the twin on them. It's about hitting them with some of the worst creatures you've ever been able to play in a Magic deck, and them just having nothing against your insane onslaught of garbage. We'll pop this end of turn. We don't want Emery's here. Eh. I'll wait. I'm not doing anything else with my mana. I just want to see if I can get a counter spell. Uh, in this case, the green gets the better of me because I could never. I probably should have done that first. Oh well. Let's see. We got there. I could. Anything cool get spoiled today? Hey! Alright. Good Spike. He's got that Necro deck going on, I think, last I heard. Um, we're gonna mulligan. We're absolutely gonna mulligan this. We'll keep this. We'll put a Snapcaster Mage back. Okay. The rare double stream. Oh, the dreaded spell snare from the Necrodominance deck. I guess he's doing good with this too. If he's 2-0 also. Or somewhere around my record. Maybe this isn't the Necro list. Oh, alright. I'm actually gonna be. So this is a lot of spell snares, and if he slams Necro here, we're not in good shape. And I think that's exactly what he's doing. Okay. Alright. How low is he going? I don't think my Tamiyo is long for this world. Correct. Neither am I. Yeah, this is. I gotta say, I was very skeptical on this Necro list he was playing because I was thinking like, oh, that's a lot of that's a not lot of non-black spells. That's a lot of spell snares and stuff. But wow, that was like, it's hard to drum that up any better than what it was in the sense that that's like exactly what you want to do with this deck is just like, all right, well. Let's hope he gets greedy or something. I don't know. I don't want to just bolt him here. I don't feel good about our position. I'd feel better if he was at, you know, a non, a boltable life total. But he's probably got a spell snare held up again. Yeah, we're gonna exarch him down. I don't know what other kind of counter magic he runs. I think maybe Drown in the Locks or something like that. Oh, my kingdom for a lightning bolt. I should have bolted this. I could have freaking killed this Shouldred. I hope he doesn't go for it. I'm so used to Unholy Heat being bad in this deck, I didn't actually realize it was good there. Definitely should have Unholy Heated that guy. Where are you going, opponent? Spike does go down to 1. Why? How was the Soul Spike there? I wonder if he had that beforehand, because that's just a nightmare. Oh my god. Um, Alright. You got me. Another spell snare? The snares are brutal. Hits with the frog. So notably, we do not want to crack this fetch anymore if he goes all in on this. He's offering the block. Do we give it to him? The only thing we're worried about anymore is spell snare. There's Boldham here. It really makes it so hard for him to do anything. He can't troll out of this any further. And we can bold him next game too. Okay. He went to 1. So unless he has flare plus blue card, he's dead. I mean force plus blue card, and we don't draw any counter magic. Oh, we did. Alright. Got there. Got there. Alright. Alright, I don't want the twin combo in this matchup at all. He's got a bazillion counter spells, and he's just going nuts on people. We do want Blood Moons. Consign to Memory can stop some things. I think Flusterstorm stops more. Soul Guide Lanterns aren't great. Neither is about a bazillion Flusterstorms. We'll keep a 1 of Consign and a 1 of Flusterstorm in there and see if either of them do anything. Consign's kind of cool because it can block a Necro trigger if he goes all in at some point. That's a nice hand. Get this Tamiyo down. Like instantly. Oh, not excited to see that magic card. That particular Magic the Gathering card. I really want to Slam Moon on turn 3. Probably more than anything. Frog is so scary. Like, scariest magic card. I don't care. That thing is scary as all. Okay, so he's gonna wreck me here. Um, that is definitely an activated ability. Okay, alright. Wreck away, sir. Wreck away. I thought I could counter that. I don't know with Psychic Frog. I get like this card trips me up more than most. Alright, well, he doesn't have much left in hand, but I'd assume it's land necro. I don't think he gave up a necro dominance just to beat me down with a frog. I'm hoping he does the go all out with a bazillion. Go to one. Go to one, Spike. I play necro decks all the time, and the amount of times that you have like a ton of ways to gain life, because I even play the Nourishing Shoal build. You have like a bazillion ways to gain life, and yet you still end up going all in. I should have counted that necro. I didn't even think of that. Oh well, I'm super cooked this game. We're super done. We could have consigned the necro trigger, but I don't think we're getting there anyway. Interestingly, he pitched like all black cards, which I would assume means he kept a good deal of counter magic handy. We're gonna die is maybe not. We might have another turn here. All right, so we're gonna try to be super cute. I'm assuming he is not going to draw more than 2 cards because then we have him dead on the spot. What I assume is going to happen is he's going to draw 1. Hmm. I don't know. Yeah, we're kind of cooked. Get greedy. No, I don't even think we need to bother with that because um, We still don't have him. We still need double bolt. If we draw a second bolt, we are in great shape. If we don't, we are not. Yeah. Alright, so we've got to hope to hit land, bolt off this. Oh my god, we did. Alright. Alright, okay, double bolt. We can't set up Flusterstorm. We can't live for another turn. But we can play around Force of Negation. So we'll crack this. Get a basic mountain. Alright. Yeah, it is Spike. I've actually never played against him, like, ever. So let's see if we got this. There's not many things he can do to get out of this. He does have the one blue spell, but let's just see where we go. Is that a drown in the lock or something? Ah. So we had him if we didn't play around drown in the lock. Um, I mean, if we didn't try to play around force of negation. All right. Okay, you win, King. Well done. So I guess for if I did it, if I played around force of negation, I would have won. I mean, I would have lost. No, I played around force of negation. I lost to drown lock. That's what I'm trying to say. This hand isn't that good. I don't know what I was doing. Whatever. I'm gonna assume he has his spell snare, and if he does, then that's that's where we're at. We gotta just work through it. Ah, Spike, why are you doing this to me? All right. At least I don't have turn two frog on top of that. Dear Lord. We are not winning this game. Hmm. Okay. Well, he's going to try to kill the Tamiyo. If he just blocks the Tamiyo, that's fine by me. So if I lightning bolt it here, he can just discard one more card. Um, but I need to act here. Where did he even have the mana for that? Oh, no, never mind. I got all tripped up. Just ignore it. I was like, where did he flusterstorm me? Spike, how'd you pull that off? And I realized that wasn't even what was happening. Okay. That worked out way better in our favor than anything else has this game. He's gonna discard the frog. He's gonna discard that the frog also. That is, he gotta. He can only hit for 2. He can attack via the Tamiyo. Okay. So he has 1 card in hand. Hopefully it's not very good. We can slam Murktide, or he can start making it. Let's moon. Let's lock this game out. Wow. Did not see myself winning that one from him going turn 2 frog, turn 3 frog, but wow, that lined up nicely. Woo! That's one for the portfolio. Except the time that I thought he had cast a Flusterstorm that he didn't. I'm like, how did this guy, he's got everything! How'd he cast a 0 mana Flusterstorm? But it was like my copies. So. Alright, we're 3-0. Yeah, that was a good one. That was really good. All right, we're 3-0. This is why I took a break from Twin for like the last week or two, just because I feel like sometimes you got to reset your brain a little bit, and then everything kind of falls back into place better. But I don't know. Twin just feels fantastic. Everybody says it's terrible. I don't know. It feels really good. This hand's fine. We're really scared if our opponent has a good turn one play, but I'm really excited about actually having Spell Snare line up well. And yeah, let's see what we got. Maybe we can snag a little trophy here. I don't know why I have an upkeep stop for myself set. Uh, I'll just play this tapped. Hedge Bay's top makes me think breach. Yeah, we're breaching. All right. Well, it was a good run, guys. 3-0, but now we played the breachy breach. Spell Snare does hit breach though. I mean, that is the thing that it does. So let's see our luck. I'd really like a land that so that I could try to set up a surveil and that I don't need to worry about. Okay. Uh, I'd really love lands from here on out because we could twin them turn three. But it's probably not going to play out that way that it's even worth playing towards. In fact, I'm kind of regretting. Yeah, I'm kind of regretting not expressive iteration last turn, just for a land. Uh, we'll let him have it because it doesn't matter. What we don't want to see hit the board is the Underworld Breach. So, um, yeah, a little bit of a cold. Just getting over, like, my girlfriend was sick. I had a sinus infection, so a little congested today. Land would be nice so that we don't need to worry. Let's be cheeky. Thanks, appreciate it. Yeah, mostly better. Just dealing with that like nasty congestion stuff. Okay, so we're a little greedy here. We're hoping that we're going to be able to. Well, I think this was the right play, honestly. Um, we can hopefully play Deceiver Exarch, untap a land, spell snare, and then either next turn hit a. Yeah, that's what we're not going to let our opponent do. So we'll Exarch. Hopefully this is not the Swan Song build. We can pitch our Exarch to Flare if he does something scary as a follow-up, but I think this is now he's going to pivot to more of this like trucked value version of the deck, and huh. I wonder if I was supposed to let him go off on Breach and then Spell Snare. No, that's every time I've tried to do it that way, it doesn't work well. But no, I was just thinking you let them go through the whole cycle, then you Spell Snare the Thassa's Oracle. But at that point, they've got a million mana. They just cast it back from Escape. All right. If they got nothing at all and we got a Steam Vents or a Scalding Tarn on top, we might be twinning. They're also drawing 2 cards, though, so. Alright, wouldn't mind a land and a removal spell. Turn this Emery off. Hmm. Hmm. I'm gonna take the Flame of Anor. We got a Flare Denial still. Yeah, right. I did not stress that I did not want a basic island. I in fact, really, really need red. Um, yeah, so we've got the game probably locked up if we hit a Steam Vents next turn. Anything else, we're going to have to pivot into this more attrition-y kind of matchup. And it's just harder when our opponent is also like just seconds away from killing us. Okay, so he does have a spell bomb now, which is just brutal. So we need to pivot now. We can't be just worrying about hitting twins specifically. We need to be able to start killing some things that our opponents are playing. So our goal next turn is hopefully he doesn't do anything too scary. Like, whatever this is. What is this? Another grinding station. Okay, cool. They are useless in duplicates. Okay, so he's going to pass the turn, leaving up either spell bomb. See, it scares me when they do that. When they start doing that, that's when I start worrying. I'm like, dude, what do we got going on here? But he doesn't seem to have another breach, does he? No. Okay. Okay, so we have the land, but the spell bomb is, for the record, why I'm not just slamming twin here. So let's see. I think instead I'm going to play this Tamiyo out because I'd really like to flip her, and I'm just going to Flame of Anor, shoot this, and draw two cards. If he pops the spell bomb to return the Emery, that's largely fine with us. It's just not. It's not how we're going to win this game. Okay, he let it happen. He's still holding up spell bomb, so we will have to deal with that. But in the meantime, we're in pretty good shape. We will Flare Denial that. Hopefully he doesn't have another one. Otherwise, we're cooked. And he does not. Alright, knowing that we can return a flare denial, I'm very tempted to get greedy here and just completely restock. Hopefully this doesn't punish me, but I think this is usually a very good line. I love... It's so hard to lose when you do this, so let's be greedy. Let's go all in on the offspring with Thunder Trap Trainer. So ideally we draw another flare denial that like really locks us up. But if not, yeah, there's a flare denial. Got that. Yeah, we'll take another twin. Okay. I actually think I'll be a little greedy. I can cash the, I can use Tamiyo to bring a second flare back. I don't think we're in second flare territory. Let's be greedy and see if we can get this ultimate off. And just start playing towards that. Yeah, I agree. It's tempting to just say it's hard to lose if we do that, but I'm a little skeptical because he could bounce one of my creatures. If he knows he has to play through two of those things, all right, okay. I really like to see that spell bomb go away. That's been the biggest nuisance this game. All right, so we have protection for one breach. If he has both breaches, we're dead. But that's since we've already countered two. Okay, great. We got there. Nice. All right. Yeah, that's true. We got to go all in. I don't love the combo post board. I think they tend to be a bit more interactive at that point. I'm just seeing if I could find a sample list of what their sideboard actually looks like on a given day. They got Bosaju. They got a little bit more disruption than I'd like, including a little bit of blue spells. This makes me kind of wish that we had some mystical disputes for this matchup because I think they'd line up a lot better than a lot of these other things. Um, hmm. I'm just going to trim one expressive iteration. Let's just try to be more low to the ground. Let's try to blow up a lot of their stuff. We'll try to Blood Moon them. This is really slow. They started with 7. I don't think we can play that hand. This is like a bazillion times better. Do we just bolt? Huh. No, let's just bolt it. They might need it to set up their Emery next turn, and Yeah, I agree. I think the only case would be maybe you could grab a grinding station or something if they cast that, but like, or a malevolent rumble, you know. But I really, my bigger concern is that they're going to use that to turn their Tamiyo on. What is this going on with the blue mana up? Huh. Well, you can go shields down for a turn and cast this Thunder Trap, or we could hold up Spell Snare. Um, the one thing that I like about Spell Snare is it does lock down Blood Moon being good. I mean, Thunder Trap is it does lock down Blood Moon being good. Um, I'm concerned though. I think they're probably either on something like a Spell Pierce or a Mystical Dispute right now. Well, you know what? If they want to do that, let's have them fight over the stupid Thunder Trap trainer. I really don't think he can kill me from next turn at this point, and if he does, then well, that's the problem that I gotta do. Okay, all right. So we got the snare out of hand. Whatever. It's probably enough to make him play his out. All right, there's a saga on the board. Come on, opponent. Have nothing good at all. Okay, that was a little bit more than nothing good at all, but we can still. I got a blood mood here. It's just you get the chance to mood him, you mood him. They get some value this turn, but I think the moon is really annoying for them. I think it really does make it harder to win. There's a Soul Guide Lantern. I'm not like overly worried about that. Like I'm not losing sleep over that right now. Nice. All right. Let's just kill their friends. Nice. All right. What I wouldn't do for that, for some card advantage now, though. This is like those guys where like I boarded out an expressive iteration because I didn't want to be stuck like drawing a bunch of cards while my opponent is doing all these awful things. Uh, nah. I was thinking, oh sweet, the Soul Guide's gone. Oh, the Soul Guide Lantern's gone. I can flash back something awesome, and it's like, where's the awesome thing? Like a meltdown. Meltdown would be real nice now. Arguably should have waited until they played another creature to do this, but um, you got to win the game too. Part of me really wants to brazen bar this clue right now, um, but I'd much rather worry about a creature. I think. I wonder what they have. Um, okay. I can hold up borrower till the end of time, or I think I'm inclined to like wait one more turn on the borrower, um, just because it can be if he goes for Underworld Breach plus Counterspell, we can we can do some things. No, it's garbage. Let's just flash. We're not going to win the game like that if he has that line. Let's just try to tempo beat him out. That is not the time for Murktide Regent in the slightest. I could have tapped all out for him as a 4/4, but it's just not no. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Let's spell snare this breach. Now, unfortunately, he can play another one if that's what he was saving up for. He doesn't have it. He would have slammed it if he had it. Okay, so not tapping out for Murktide was a good move. A flare denial would be amazing this turn. Uh, not quite. I guess we're just going shields down. Okay. Well, the thing is, my thought process in at least playing the Merc is that he's dead no matter what this turn. I mean, he needs to have a big impact turn no here no matter what, and we're screwed in about a bazillion situations otherwise. Maybe that was wrong. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're dead. It didn't matter either way, bluffing or non-bluffing. He had grinding station plus what's it called, plus the nature's claim. I mean, this just was what it was. Not much more you could do about that. But my thinking was, they're dead if they don't breach me that turn. So they have to do their thing, otherwise. Otherwise it's over. So there was no point in bluffing anything because they had everything. They knew all the information and they were going to screw us over. I don't think there was any way they didn't go for it there if they didn't have the combo. Because again, they're dead to either of my creatures. I think my reasoning was, if they did some type of little maybe jam up the board with a couple creatures, clog things up, I still have an attacker. Whereas holding up the board again just doesn't win anything. So we'll let them play it out, and we'll think about our mistakes. I want to see a couple things on how they boarded. Twin might be a little bit better than I thought, or a little bit worse, depending on how they play out from here. So we'll just let them do their thing, and we'll see where we go. Thanks. Take care. Thanks for hanging with us. Man, a top deck Soul Guide Lantern would have been amazing. If this was the line, if this was what we were dealing with, oh man, this could have been easier. Um, I also could have respected the grinding station on board a little bit more than I did after it turned out that opponent had an answer to everything. I just want to take a good look at their deck and figure out how they're siding. Because I think that Spell Snare was a one of. Um, they have two Nature's Claims. They're on preordains. One mystical dispute, it seems. So it's kind of like this is a very, you know, typical variety pack kind of sampler deck for Breach. I think they love to have like one of a couple different counter spells. So that looks like we're up against two Nature's Claims in the whole deck so far. So that's pretty interesting. Okay, looks like one Unholy Heat so far. So really not a lot of stuff for the combo if we wanted to get combo-y. One spell, one Swan Song. Play some Opal again. Mills out the rest of the deck. I'm just waiting to see what else he's got is all. Okay, so one Swan Song. And he's gonna play the Stasis Oracle and kill me. One Swan Song. So very weird smattering of counter magic. Not enough to really, I think, worry about Flusterstorm, which I think we did bring in. No, we didn't. Consigns, no. Consign can peg an early thing. I'll run two consigns. Nah, screw it. Whatever. Let's just go in. I don't want to like can't counter a Mox Opal or something. Grinding Station seems less exciting to remove. Okay, we've got a lot of tools in this matchup. I feel like we can take a win away. Um, yeah, this is good. Only downside is we're a dog to like a turd one Tamiyo, which they probably inevitably have, but I think this hand's just too good to pass up. If they get real aggressive with their early starts, we can melt down them. Mm. This might actually be the Snapcaster Beats game. Um, well, one of the reasons I want to get Snap out is to set is these flare denials. Sam. Yeah, so if they don't do much of anything interesting, I'm not going to counter a Malevolent Rumble at this point. They can have that. But I may want to get down some snaps. I think we're going to melt down them next turn, though. Perfect. Okay. So we're going to go for a meltdown. We're going to flash this snap in because it's going to give us some insurance so that we can flare denial it if they get too cute. Okay. Get that chip damage in on that Snapcaster Man beatdown. Alright. Meltdown for 2. Good luck. That's a really good sign. Okay. Nice. I would love they like play a creature and then I play a Flame of Anor, draw 2 cards and kill a creature. These flares are nice, but they're not great. Like it's just not. Let's see what he's got. Please don't keep the Tamiyo. He kept the Underworld Breach. Okay, good to know. Especially because you can't even cast it yet. Okay. Feels like we're in a pretty good spot. Now we can Unholy Heat a creature and hold up Flare Denial. This is the Snapcaster Beats game. This is where we're going to just beat down until there's just no life left in our opponent from the solitary Snapcaster Mage we flashed in on turn 2. We have a ton of flares. I mean, it's going to be really hard for that. We know he has a Breach in hand. We know he's desperately stuck on mana. I know I didn't respect Grinding Station last game, and it was this whole thing that I didn't respect Grinding Station and I lost, but I still don't want to respect Grinding Station. It's just, he's got a bazillion good creatures. I want to be able to double spell. I'm going to run the risk of blowing it again by not playing around this particular Grinding Station. Because he's holding up something here. Maybe a Nature's Claim. Maybe not a Veil of Summer. We know it's not a Veil. Okay, that's cool. This is like the same game as last game. This like weird non-magic game. Um, if he doesn't cast anything, or I can just bolt a creature here, going to Petty Theft the Grinding Station away and just buy some tempo out of him. He's real stuck on lands. He's stuck on like everything in life. Um, okay, we can't unholy heat this. So instead, I'm going to petty theft that and just, again, buy more time, slow him down. Hmm. All right, snap. Um. Hmm. Man, I hope I don't regret this. Okay, so basically, I can't. If I let this spell snare resolve, I'm pretty close to unholy heating it, and if he blocks with the Tamiyo, I can do it also. Otherwise, I run the risk of him attacking with Tamiyo and just kind of starting to loosen up his deck. But the alternative is now I'm going to have to use one of my flares to fight over this Tamiyo, and I lose my snap. I don't want to do all that. We'll instead hope that he blocks with the Tamiyo and I can unholy heat it. Nice. All right. I am at a point where I'd really like to draw anything besides islands. He said one top, one bottom, and then he played a Mistress Bobble. So my hunch is he's going to play an Embry right here, and we can counter that. He did not. I'm just going to keep holding up counter magic. I mean, as long as opponent doesn't want to, you know, do anything scarier than what he's doing. That's really nice. That's just really great. He's trying to. Okay, so he's got something counter magic wise to keep on our radar. He doesn't have anything otherwise that we should care about. We'll just try to see if we have any particular target. The Vox Opal's hanging out here looking good. We'll get rid of that. So he's definitely holding up a counter spell. And that's fine because we've got lots of those. This is a matchup I was talking about not liking Underworld Breach as much earlier. I mean, not Underworld Breach, Soul Guide Lantern. This is a matchup where I am thankful beyond thankful that that's what we're dealing with and not Ghost Vacuum. Ghost Vacuum would be a joke in this. Cool. Have fun. Will this snap go the distance? Because it's kind of starting to look like it will. Yeah, this hurts a couple things in our deck, but not nearly enough to like lose sleep over it. Same thing, just junk. You know, play your junk cards out, please. Snap beats. Opponent down the 9. Okay. We could kill another Embry with that if he plays it. Uh, just keep going. Just gotta keep chucking. I know one of his cards seems to be a breach. And one of them, I think, is a counterspell with the way he's been tapping. Worth noting, opponents also down to 5 minutes on their clock, so if they do pull something out of the hat here, uh, they're really pressed for time and life right now. And we have 3 counterspells and a Soul Guide Lantern out. I think we're in good shape, but I don't know. I would definitely like one more piece of disruption or like a counterspell or something. Anything at all that would make me feel like I can kind of survive a little bit longer. But as long as he's not casting spells, I'm not casting spells. I've got the clock. I'm drawing a card every turn too. And now we can actually triple flare on the same turn if we need to. Opponent commented in chat and just said, I didn't make you play it out. I wasn't trying to like BM him or anything doing that. But it was entirely relevant to see what his counter magic was and what he was doing and why. What is this? Huh. Uh, I'm willing to at least invest 1 flare denial into protecting our snap when he's at 6. Uh, okay, so we know one of his cards is an Underworld Breach, and he's trying to set up Breach into the thing. We could cash in, but then that means we got to lose our snap. Let's just pop his guard from here, uh, and hold up the good old double flare. So we know he has a Breach in hand. He might even have 2. He's been tapping and untapping some blue mana for a long time. All right. Hopeful that this doesn't mean another breach is coming. Bolt ends it. Another counter spell should lock us up from here. Doesn't win the game for us, but it sure... Yeah, this was not a good pitch for... this turns off Shifting Woodland, which is nice. Alright, opponent. Breach still gets me. I don't think I could have played that any different. I think that went pretty much where I wanted it to. And now I'm dead. He top decked the Breach. We played Blood Moon. I don't think that could have went any differently. Unless I didn't fight over the snap, but then I wouldn't have had anything to Flare of Denial anyway. So I would have been 1 counterspell short either way. Um, he must have top decked that too, because he would have slammed it the turn before, if not. Oh, I'm going to just concede. Opponent got there. We lost the game. Rough. Rough, rough, rough. That was a long, long game. This league's gone long. I keep telling myself, oh, if I found a good window, I could get through Splinter Twin leagues um, in 2 hours, and it's like we're 2 hours and 20 minutes in um, before we go to game 5. That's okay. 4-1 could still be pretty nice here. So let's let's see where we go. Yes, I will keep this hand of Magic the Gathering cards because it holds a lot of cards that I like. Tamiyo has just been awesome. I don't know. I've become such a Tamiyo fan. Like, I really kind of resisted it. And I was like, oh, well, sometimes it doesn't do anything. And, like, sometimes it doesn't do anything. That's true. But, like, most of the time, it, like, is insane. And creates some crazy barrier that we want to create for our opponent or some type of issue that just makes this a lot harder. Okay, so we're on. What do we got here? Oh, hardened scales. Wow. You guys want to see me punt? There's like 15 different interactions that this deck just gets me on regularly. So let's hope for the best and prepare for the worst here because uh, yeah, I am not gifted with the beating of the hardened scales very often. But we do have some meltdowns. We do have some consigns. They don't have a lot for our combo either, so I mean there's hope here. Just we don't have a lot of interaction in our hand either, and like we got here a hanger back. That doesn't seem that scary. I don't think I would cash in my Tamiyo to pop the hanger back. What's actually insanely annoying though is this welding jar. Heyo. Alrighty. Alright then. Land, please. No land for me. We are kind of crossing our fingers and harping to top deck one though. Let's think about tapping a land, but So he actually let that happen. Okay. He still has the welding jar. Hmm. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I lose my flare denial creature now. Mm. I think we do have to lose our Exarch to a to like a Arcbound Ravager now, if that's what he's got. I don't know what he has, honestly. I mean, this is a weird game. Mm. Yeah, unfortunately, that's just the way that one's going to have to go. Nice. I don't know what else he has, but I'm going to just unholy heat this. I don't know what else he has, like, at this point. Um, we're really close to ultimating Tamiyo, and I can't imagine we lose the game after that. So, these 1/1s don't matter. Tamiyo shrinks them all. This is probably where he's going to play some big thing that I wish he didn't have. Oh. So yeah, he continues to get a whole mess of these things, but we don't really care. That's expressive. That was a really well. I mean, I'm like, oh, that's a greedy expressive iteration, and it's like, what's the difference at this point? Because we're gonna draw our whole deck. Now, I will say we'll have to answer these on the other end of the Tamiyo ult. One card in hand, and presumably it's something we can flare and not have to care about. It is. We're going to flare that. Whew, client is laggy. Got there. All right, cool. Post board, we can. I like just shaving a little twin sometimes. Meltdowns sound good. Consigned to Memories sound really nice. Maybe one less Flare Denial. They play a lot of 2-drops, so I think that's fine. I'm going to go with the Blood Moons again. And I'm actually just going to ditch the Murktides because I just don't think I want to win the game that way. In terms of, like, I don't know, feeling like it's a little too clunky. Or just like we're not going to win because we tempo beat them out of the game. They have a million flyers. They can clog the board up. We're going to win because we controlled everything for a really long time. Snapcaster's a little greedy, but I love him. I'll trim one Tamiyo coming in after board, knowing that we're going to probably want to cast an interaction spell on turn 1. And I think we're going to run a 61 card special right now. Yeah, let's 61 it. Let's 61. Playing for that 4-1, or what I call the twin. Okay, so this hand is horrible. We're going to mulligan it. This hand is just way, way better. So we'll bottom a land. Opponent also on 6. I was just going to say, I wonder if he's on that scales list. But that's not the case. Where they're not actually playing hardened scales for some reason. Because I don't know why scales players do things. Okay, so scarier game. Okay, so he's got a hanger back down. Yeah, this is going to get out of control so quick, and we do have a consigned to memory for this turn also, so I'm just inclined to just pop this now before it becomes any bigger. So hopefully this consigned finds a target next turn. Like he... Nice. Would love to see Walking Ballista, Hagerback Walker. And so he did play a graft. A graft card. Oh, I guess it's Soul Cauldron. Yeah, I do not want that on my board. Thank you. Please go away. Okay, so my next play is probably going to be questionable, but they were just so bad against Tamiyo last game. So I'm actually just going to kind of cast in a Flame of Honor now. Destroy target artifact. Draw two cards. Up. Sorry. I just want to flip the Tamiyo. It was so hard for them to work with that last game, and they really don't have anything great going on. Uh, Alternative would be to screw it. Let's be greedy. Okay, so hopefully they don't have anything insane this coming turn. Uh, but they might. We're about a twin away from some pretty. Yeah, I agree, Sam. I think, I don't know. I'm just a little afraid of, I don't know, like a big walking ballista that he grafts the thing onto, and it's like a 5/5 or something. But I guess even then, he's going to spend a lot of the resources killing the Tamiyo. Okay. Oof. We actually are in a bit of trouble here. But he has to go really all in on this Inkmoth Nexus. I don't think he can. And if he can't this turn, we have tons of interaction next turn. He's not going for it. Okay. Oh. Hey, Meltdown would be nice right about now. This is one of those am I dead moments. Because I don't know. Thing is, he's all in on this. The next turn we can tap it. Oh, we're dead. No, we're not dead. Because it'll be a 13/13, but it's gonna get Tamiyo'd. And so if he attacks Tamiyo, whatever. If he doesn't, we'll return it with Flame of Honor next turn. Okay. So that will make this a 13/13. But it's not lethal. Okay. Alright. So I can just shoot it. We're dead to Walking Ballista off the top. Oh, I can't do that. We could Exarch tap it. Um, hmm. I think we just pop it for the Tamiyo and don't be greedy. We're dead to a Walking Ballista off the top. That's like the only card that'll kill us at this point. Um, I don't know. I feel like if I cash in right now, I'm just not doing a lot. Whereas we know we can cash in. We're going to Deceiver Exarch, tap this down in their upkeep. Let's just see if we can buy one more turn. Questionable play, but if we draw a Meltdown, if we draw another Deceiver, if we draw a Splinter Twin, if we draw a Flame of Ador ourselves, a Stink into Stupor, I mean, we've just got so many ways that that could just stop mattering instantly. Okay. All right. It's going to attack for 0. Nice job. All right. Big draw. Okay. The island means we can get greedy with Thundertrap Trader and hope to hit one of those cards I was talking about, but otherwise we do need to cash in. Ah, we can't twin him this turn. Okay, well, we have the Splinter Twin. Um, we'll grab the twin. Turn the Flame of Ador. Draw 2 cards. Destroy target artifact. Me, you. Flare Denial means we don't die to Walking Ballista anymore. That's not what happened. I don't know. I'm not going to attack. I don't know why I'm not attacking, but I don't know why I'm attacking too. I'm off of that. All right. Well, they know we have Twin. Um, Again, it's all heads up from here on out. I mean, why the pause though? Like why why the pause, opponent? Opponent said I'm blessed in chat. I think so too, because I'm playing Splinter Twin and it got legal in Modern, and I think we just got a 4-1. This list felt amazing today. Like, just absolutely excellent. Loved everything about it. Oh, he's holding up. I can't. really imagine a world where he has anything. I don't even know what gets him out of this at this point. Like Bosiju? Maybe Dismember? Okay. We got there! Hey! This was an awesome debut stream, guys. Nice little 4-1, and deck just felt awesome the whole time. Like, just absolutely amazing. Twinned everybody. This was super cool. So, yeah, Sam, thanks for hanging with me the whole time, especially. Yeah, I'm going to end the stream now. I got to get some work done this afternoon, but this was super cool. I just think this twin list is awesome, and that it feels so good to be back, and it feels so good to be twinning. These leagues are kind of exhausting sometimes. You know, this was about a 3-hour league, but if not for that one little slip up with the Underworld breach when he top decked that, we could have had a 5-0. But who knows? We had a great